Rebecca, a man that has the same faith as me and believes in God. And I respect people's religion, but I do believe religion is a big thing in a relationship.
Oh, amen.
It is.
That's the foundation.
And then, then you start having kids with the person. How are you going to raise them? What religion are we going to raise them?
What foundation
How,
are going
the
Yeah.
foundation, exactly.
Yeah.
That's very hard.
Yeah. Especially if
Very
you're from
hard.
two different cultures,
Right.
two different religions. You could be a Baptist, he a Christian, or Islamic, or whatever. I mean, that's hard.
Yeah.
Especially when you're bringing kids and y'all trying to marry. And mom I don't like that. And they eat what? Why they eating that? You know?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. Okay. So I got a couple more questions. I just must know, since we got so many different ages here. Does age matter? To any of y'all, does age matter?
I'm gonna start with that. Yes.
She's like, well,
They
I've been waiting
laugh.
on this
They
question.
laugh because they know.
Yes, that is.
They know.
Salud.
They know that it is for me. I cannot date a man younger than me. I don't care if it's 1 year. No.
But why? 1 year?
I just feel like, I don't know. I was a mom at an early age, and I have a 34-year-old.
No.
So, and
You
now
won't grow.
that I'm single, I see a lot of young men like try to handle me.
It's like, boy, bye, I could be your
That's
mom.
hard. I'm like,
That's hard.
it's very hard when I have a 34-year-old, almost 35, and that's just it's a
So-
no to me.
And it could be a preference too.
Yeah.
I prefer.
But
older men.
I just said this though. Even though you want older, though, doesn't necessarily mean older, because they could be younger. They acting like kids, because it is younger men that act older than older men. So I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out there. But I respect the fact that you want maturity and growth and
Right.
somebody older. What about you?
It depends. I don't want to date someone too young, but not too old.
She say too old or too young.
Like,
what's
So
the
what would be
age?
your
Right,
limit?
right.
What would be
Is
your
that
your
21 to
age?
38?
my age, I can't go past 10 years, and that's pushing.
So nobody 44.
And
Older.
Yeah.
44.
Yeah, that's
so nobody
that's-
was so
that's
10 years
pushing
younger
it.
too, 24?
Oh no, that's a baby.
Okay, so 24 and 44. So if you text me on the show, it ain't happening under 24 or over
No.
44. So,
But at the same time, it's crazy, like you say. There are some younger men that act like they're 45, 50 years old.
yeah,
And vice versa.
yeah, it is.
I think it's what you have gone through in your life. There's
Experience.
people younger than me that have gone through way worse or different experiences that have made them become mature, the person that they are.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we can't really say technically age.
that's why I say preference.
It's
just
a
what you
preference,
prefer.
right?
preference,
It's what's preferred.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. What about you?
So I prefer. So I've dated and I was married before, and like a year younger, but that was the only time I've ever been with someone that was younger. I've always dated
Older.
Older, yeah.
Mm.
A few
Yeah.
years older.
Yeah, for me, I mean, it's hard dating younger. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm 47, so and I'm actually not single, and she 40, so that's a little
Exception.
that's pushing. I mean,
Yeah.
she was at the tipping point. I'm like, well, she was actually 38 when I met her, so that was even younger. But for me, I prefer, that's about my limit. 40, I wouldn't do, man, because I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Women is, whew. That's another show. We're on that show. But okay, so that's great answers, though. I love that. So my last question, I'm gonna kind of tweak this because I was gonna say it a certain way, but I'm gonna just come out and say it like, because y'all all women, and it's 2025. Today's men, I'm sure y'all know all shapes, sizes, colors, and it don't matter about color. So, do you think men are getting better, or do you think we getting worse?
Excuse me, can somebody hear me? Some of y'all men need to go back in your mama's womb and be reborn again. That's my answer.
I'm gonna definitely have to turn that shit down. She grabbed the mic. That shit was well good. But great answer.
Worse. Sorry.
What do you think? You think we're getting worse or better?
Well, like I said, I haven't dated anybody yet, but like on my 20s.
But the type of men you see now, what you see
like
out
what you
there,
what I see now,
it's a lack of.
It's a lack of a little bit of respect for women.
Yeah.
I want to say
Yeah, I agree with
they
that.
think that, I don't know, it's okay to say the things they say.
I mean, women disrespectful too, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. They
Yes,
are.
there
You can't respect. You can't ask for respect when you disrespectful.
That is true. I agree with
mean,
that.
That is
you
true.
know,
I try to give respect to
Amen.
everyone,
Amen.
and especially, men. I have 3 boys, so I think that, and my kids they're very, what can I say? They're good. Like I raised them
The right way.
by myself, basically.
Yeah, the right way.
Their dads were not in fully, so
I get it.
I taught them to respect because they came out of the woman.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, men right now.
That's another cup, y'all.
Yeah. And I'm not dating women. I mean, men, so it don't matter to me. I'm dating women, so. But just for me being a man and just dealing with it, and I've been there, and it has changed, and I mean, I agree with them in a sense, but I mean, women ain't making it easy though. I mean, with all the, the BBLs, the lips look like pillows, everybody looking the same. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I ain't attracted to that personally. I'm just saying,
I believe it's the generation that we live in.
Yeah.
It's different.
And and I'm so glad that you're closer to it than me. Because you close to their age. These fools acting crazy. I mean, women and young men.
Well, and you know what? I agree with you with that, because the girls that are having that kind of stuff done. They're asking for that. I'm sorry, because they the way they dress, it's
so true. The other day we were driving somewhere, and I'm like, oh my god, look, the girl was like, she had on something like really really tight, and I'm like, she's asking for it. Unfortunately, not that she's asking that should be violated, but she's asking because the disrespect.
And I'm a man. I'm saying, I mean,
they're asking for the disrespect.
Me personally, it's in our DNA. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna smash you, okay, but I'm not bringing you home to mama.
That's right.
Exactly.
Because my mama gonna be like, why she got all that out like that? Yeah, like exactly. Take her back over there because she looks like a streetwalker. Exactly. So, but yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that need to be said. Both. That need to be said though.
I think it's just on both ends, the lack of morals and respect. Yeah. Like me personally. Yeah, I'm 34, but I grew up really old school.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
My grandparents, very old school.
I was just saying the generation closer to your age than my age.
It's
so I'm
horrible.
glad. Yeah, it is. And then you're right.
And it scares me for my son's generation.
My kids too. They that age, 28.
Right.
My oldest is 28, and he goofy and childish, and I'm like, bruh, man, I hope I wasn't acting like that. Like, are you serious right now? What up, ma? That ass, excuse my language, is fat. The things, I'm like, oh, dude, you can't be talking to girls like that, bro. That ain't gonna get you. Grown women don't want to hear that.
That's right.
Grown women want to be talked to with some respect and have a conversation. But that's their generation, like you said. That was
emotional intelligence.
It is.
Yeah.
Conversation.
The mental, the mind. And it's a loss of that. Men ain't thinking about reading no books.
But a lot of women are needed. It's both. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's because, just as there's bad men out there, there's bad women.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? I've seen women have great men and
dog them, run them through the mud. Yeah.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, I think it just depends who you are as a person. You gotta go through shit to really like.
Growth. Yeah.
Growth.
To grow up.
It
Yeah.
builds you.
To grow
it
up, to
builds
be a
your
better
character.
person.
It builds the things
Yeah,
you
to
go
be a
through.
better
I can
person.
say I'm not the same I was 5 years ago. God, I
yeah.
hope not.
Yeah.
Every year we should be growing
Yeah.
to become a better version of ourselves.
And we was just talking about
Yeah,
that. Was I where I was?
Yeah.
I don't
want to
be. I don't want
was
people to
I?
look at me and be like, "Oh my God, she's the same as she was in high school."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know people
Oh,
like
bum.
that.
Oh, bum. Ain't
Yeah.
doing nothing. Still on
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally just
Just-
asked that this morning. I'm like, is there a difference for me from like last year? And there is.
It's growth.
Mhm.
It is.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hey. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate y'all coming. We got great answers, different answers from different ages, and I mean, it looked like they similar. So a lot of women think alike in a sense. They got similar answers. Different people, different ages, different areas, but they still women, and they know what they want and what they don't want. And I think respect is the biggest thing, and to communicate and to treat each other right and be well balanced, if that's a good word. To be able to understand and respect each other, because we different people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it right there. Different cultures, different people, different walks of life, different places you grew up.
That's right.
So I'm not going to respond. Go
Can I
ahead.
just say something? I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
sure.
Me too.
I just wanted to say something really quick about, because this is a Love and Pain show. So, like, I feel very strongly, like everything you were saying was like on point. I feel like love is a beautiful thing. It wasn't meant to be complicated. It wasn't meant to be painful. It wasn't meant to be everything that it is today. I feel like because God is love and He is the one who gave us that love, He gave the ultimate sacrifice. If that's not love, if that's not unconditional love, then I don't know what love is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Amen.
But the point is, we're the ones who mess it up.
Always.
Right.
We are the ones, unfortunately, who mess it up. But it's possible. It is out there.
Yeah.
And I think a big key is when you're with someone or getting to know someone, learn their love language.
Ooh.
And once you learn their love language
love
as
language.
well, it's all about how you deliver a message to
Yeah.
a person. That's
Wow.
a big key.
Wow. Well,
Big thing.
And there is a love language test, y'all. I encourage y'all to take it.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know if you've done it, the quiz, but it does tell you your love language.
and I'm going to let y'all know, me and my dog Ken was just talking about it, and we both knew what our love languages was. So y'all get on that. You hear women talking about love languages, and most of y'all be like, love language, that's gay. I'm just saying, get
It's
on
not.
it.
It's very important in
It's
a
very
relationship
important.
because if you know how I am and if I know how you are, we have to work around that.
Yeah.
You get to
You know,
learn
it's a
each other.
sacrifice. You're learning each other.
Yeah, balance.
It's a balance, and some people, it's how you deliver a message to a person.
Mhm.
You need to learn when and how that person is and how they
How to
react
And how they
How to
respond.
talk,
It's not
and
only
how
the
to
delivery.
respond,
It's not
and
only
how
the
to-
delivery,
yes,
it's the response as well.
yes.
Right.
Because we
It's
can
super
talk
important. Absolutely.
and we can say what we want to say,
Yeah.
and then we'll stop and let that person talk, but then we respond because they ain't saying what we want to say
Yeah.
or
Right.
what we want to hear. You know
Right.
what I mean? So we got to be able to, you know what? I'm going to have to just, because he could be right and I could be wrong, but because we selfish as people, human beings are selfish, and it's one-sided most of the time. I'm right, but, it's balance.
Takes a lot to
Growth
you gotta
and
go
being
through
grown.
it. You
Yeah.
gotta go through it.
It's growing
Experience.
You gotta have that heartbreak. You got to
As sad as it sounds, experience is everything. Sad as that sound. Man, go get your heart broke a couple times, bro. Don't be sitting there unbroken. I'm telling you, you're gonna have some hell. I'm just saying, it's a proven fact.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know,
That's
like I
right.
said, y'all all know what y'all don't want to deal with, what kind of man you want. I mean, and from inside and out, because of experience, because of your ages and the type of man you dated and married and been with. That's life.